What up, y'all? We back. It's 404 Heels. This your boy Aaron. We doing that Raw 11/11, November 11th. 3 ups, 3 downs. Kind of give you. It was a great show. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna kind of do like a little rundown, maybe tell you my 3 ups, my 3 downs. I'm gonna start with my first motherfucking down. It's that they're recording 2 Raws back to back again tonight. I guess they're giving all their people the week off next week for Thanksgiving, even though Thanksgiving's a week after that, is what I hear, because, you know, you got War Games Saturday after Thanksgiving. So they're going to give them the time off now. But still, I just don't understand why WWE, and we're going to talk about this more on 404 Heels, Word on the Street, me and Steph. We're going to talk about it a lot more. But I just don't understand why they got to do it so far away from the actual date. Like, I get that you're giving them Monday night off, but could you not just film like Friday SmackDown and then film the other Raw right after that? That way I don't have to worry about the internet ruining it for me for a whole fucking week. It's a long time, man. It is a long time. I'm getting sick of it. So hopefully next year, I know they're doing a lot less house shows and such like that. So maybe next year we get maybe one pre-tape show from each brand, and that's it. I don't want to see no more. It's over. The day of the internet needs to kill the pre-tape show. At least don't do the pre-tape right after the Monday night and then go Monday night. At least film it on Wednesday. You'll still sell the tickets, motherfuckers. You sell them on Monday, you can sell them on a Wednesday, just recording Raw or SmackDown on this day. I think it's totally feasible. But we're going to start. There goes that thumb up again. Fuck. But we're going to start out. The Monday Night Raw starts with Gunther coming out. He's a little shaken, it seems like, you know. Him and Gunther and Damien are official for Survivor Series. That's an official match now. It is in the books. We saw the graphic. It's official, which I think is kind of nice because, like, Damien does get his rematch that he didn't get from SummerSlam when he lost the belt because he was, like, intertwined with, you know, Finn Balor and the Judgment Day and all that. And we'll talk about the Judgment Day a little bit later. They're going through some problems as well, if you know what I'm saying. But Gunther and Damien all set for Survivor Series. I'm expecting I think last year it was 2 matches and then the 2 War Games matches, because the 2 Wars Game matches take about an hour each. So hopefully we can get 5. I would like 3 singles matches, or, you know, throwing a tag match or something like that. But we are getting Gunther versus Damien Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. And one of my first downs, I'm going to do them a little out of order today. I'm going to go kind of order the show and just tell you what my ups and downs are as we go through this. So Gunther looks a little frazzled. I've never seen Gunther like this. It's weird. He looks very, very frazzled. And I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I like my Gunther a stone cold killer. I don't need this pussy Gunther, if you will. We'll call him PG. Pussy Gunther. That's what we're going to call him. Because Damien looks to be in his head, which makes no sense either, because he already beat Damien. Yes, Damien brought it up, and Finn Balor did get involved. And he was like, Damien was like, if it wasn't for my brother, you wouldn't have that belt right now. And Gunther's like, no. Like, Gunther seemed frazzled. I did not like it. Then we get Kaiser, Ludwig coming out. He's going to start a little something with, you know, on the mic. He's coming down. It was pretty funny. He was walking to the ring, and he was like, Gunther already beat you. And they go to Damien. Damien's like, we just talked about that. He, like, mouthed it, but it was pretty funny. Damien lays out Ludwig Kaiser. Gunther decides to take the easy way out and just says, I'm not dealing with it right now. So he kind of dips. It sets up Damien versus Ludwig Kaiser. And we're going to talk about this a little later. This is what I like about WWE. If they're going to give you a match later on in the day, they're going to give you a little segment to get the match rolling. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to give you a little backstage, in-ring, something that sets up the match. They're not just going to say, these 2 are fighting because we need 2 people to fight on a Monday Night Raw. They give you a reason. And the reason was Ludwig came and stuck his nose in the business of Damien Priest and Gunther. So, and also when Ludwig Kaiser was coming out, Gunther put his hand on the mic. A little tension, a little seed was planted, if you will, with Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther. So I'm excited to see where that goes. But Gunther looking frazzled, first down, not my favorite. Then my first up happens right after that. we get a little Damage Control with Io Sky and Kairi Sane, and they get announced that they're in a 3-on-3 women's tag match. I'm like, 3-on-3, that makes no sense. Six-man tag match, 6-women tag match. And then boom, out of nowhere, there she is. Dakota Kai, she's back. She's back 3 months. I think they said a torn meniscus, and she's going against, my my second down Pure Fusion Collective. I can't believe they still have that name. I can't believe they're still together. I don't know where they're going with this. This is the weirdest female group booking ever. I don't get it. Where are they going with it? What are they doing with it? How's it going to end? How's it are they going to win a tag title? Are they just going to stay together and wrestle every now and again? What is going on? It makes no sense. But, Damage Control gets the win. Good to see Dakota back. Surprise. Hopefully she can stay not injured anymore, because that would be nice. I really like seeing her within Damage Control. Still waiting for Asuka to come back. They'll probably save her for Royal Rumble if she's even close to coming back. I mean, we got a lot of women that are on the shelf right now. Dakota came back pretty quick, but we're going to have, we got Charlotte Flair still out there, and we got Asuka. Those are some big names that are still out there. I'm sure I'm missing a couple, but those are, Becky Lynch isn't hurt. She's just, I don't know if she's signing. I don't think she goes to AEW. I think she signs. What do y'all think? Y'all think Becky Lynch re-signs with the WWE, or you think she goes on to AEW and tests them waters? Maybe get that belt off Mariah May or something, I don't know. We'll see what's happening later on. But then we get a little vignette with Jimmy and Jay in the back and all that stuff. And and Sammy and all that good stuff. And they're like, hey, man, we need a 5th member. So it's War Games. I saw a lot of word on the street, and we might talk about it on Thursday if you don't want to tune in. But they were saying that War Games is going to be a 4-on-4, and that might be, your boy Dave Meltzer reporting it, so it's probably wrong. But originally, I thought it was going to be a 4-on-4 Bloodline versus OG Bloodline. But these motherfucking Jey Uso, Sammy, and Jimmy were doing work trying to get someone in to be the 5th member of the original Bloodline. Obviously, Roman ain't going to go looking for no one, because Roman ain't showing up on Raw until Netflix, most likely. But we get a little segment with Jay, kind of talking to Rey Mysterio in the background, and you can just see Rey going, nah, bro, I'm good, I'm out. And then, Jay's kind of a little taken back. And then we get Sammy asking Seth freaking Rollins to join the team and team up with Roman Reigns. And he said, I will not comply, sir. And, it's just crazy how they're going for this. And it's looking probably like it's going to be Cody and Rock are going to be the 5th members of each team. And that is going to be epic. Hopefully we can get off. We'll do a live stream reaction show during, Survivor Series. But that's what I want to see. I want to see old Bloodline with Cody, new Bloodline with The Rock, or the final boss, if you will. But speaking of Cody, we go back to that Gunther Damien Priest segment. And people keep saying that people hate Cody. But Damien Priest brought up that Cody pins Gunther, and the crowd started chanting Cody. He ain't even there. He ain't even on the show. He ain't on the show. He ain't near the show. He's SmackDown, but yet the crowd chants Cody. That's very interesting, because a lot of y'all say that y'all don't like Cody. Cody's title run is trash. It doesn't I just think it's the small minority that's really loud that think Cody's title reign is trash. Cody's title reign has been exceptional. I've been a fan of it. Everyone's been a fan of it. His shit's still selling. Shit's still selling out. People still chanting his name. When you hear that, dun, dun, wrestling has more than one royal family, people go crazy. You still go crazy. Quit being a Cody hater. We got to be Cody crybabies, not Cody haters here, y'all. All right. So Sammy asks Seth. He does all that good stuff. Seth says, fuck no. Then we get, we also get Jimmy talking to Braun Breaker, which I thought was interesting. I was like, man, maybe it ain't Cody. It could be Braun Breaker, but I don't think so. But so Sammy asks Seth, and then towards the end of the show, in the parking lot, Seth Rollins is leaving the building, which we all know he ain't fucking leaving the building because it's 2 tapings, and he's got a match with Bronson Reed later. But, and if y'all want to look up the fucking, the results of that, y'all can. on the line right now. It's over. They just filmed it. They just finished it. I bet pictures and everything are everywhere. They should use yonder bags for that shit. Like when you go to a comedy show, you got to put your phone in a bag. That way you can't record it. That'd be dope. That way, I mean, we could only just go off hearsay, but at least we ain't got to see it. But Seth goes out into the parking lot and he sees Solo Sikoa and I guess they're calling them the Timu bloodline or the new bloodline or the reinvigorated bloodline, whoever they are. But, Solo's out there saying, you hate Roman. Seth's like, I do hate Roman. And they're just agreeing on everything. So Solo thinks he's about to get Seth on his side. And he says, the next time I'm in the ring with Roman, I'm going to be Solo and I'm going to be smashing his head in, blah, 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 blah. So I'm very excited to see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Cody Rock, but could be wrong. Will Rock even wrestle that much in that match? I don't know how ring ready he is, but we never know. He was over there filming that Santa Claus movie that comes out on the 15th. But, 15th War Games is like the 30th. That's some good promo for a motherfucking movie if I've ever seen one, So they are saying besides the word on the street, I heard 4 members, but it's looking like it's going to be 5 unless this is just a big swerve right here, Then we get Pete Dunne versus Kofi Kingston, and this is an up, not because of the match, but because this is something that AEW needs to get better at. We're going to have a Kofi Kingston Pete Dunne match, right? And a lot of the times in AEW, you'll see the card and you'll see the match and you're like, okay, but why are they wrestling? It's because they need someone to wrestle at that time. That's why. But here in WWE, you know what they do? They're going to give you a little 1-minute backstage session to set up the fight in 10 minutes. And that is key, I think, to professional wrestling. I don't want 2 people just come out to the ring to wrestle just to wrestle. You need the story. Even if it's a short story, it's nice to see a backstage tussle turns into a match later on instead of them just coming out and having a fucking match. Like AEW, I see their match cards all the time, and it'll just say, like, Chris Statlander in action. They won't say who she's wrestling. It'll be like Swerve Strickland in action tonight. Yeah, bro, who the fuck is he wrestling? Let me know. Like, when they say that already, it's not going to be someone good. It's just something hopefully AEW could get better at to then attract more fans to their product. I think it would help. What do I know? I'm here talking to y'all in a big-ass closet in my house that I made shift into a little studio. So what the fuck do I know? I'm not a fucking writer for WWE or AEW, but, I hear AEW ain't got writers, so that kind of works out. But that's one thing I will say, AEW, give us a little bit of that pre-show, the pre-match story, just a little bit. You don't need a week. You could do it right before the match even starts. I'll meet you in the ring. Easy as that, y'all. Then we get a little backstage. You got Carlito and JD McDonough back there playing some WWE 2K5. But we get a little tension between Dirty Dom and motherfucking Finn Balor. And I'm going to give this another down because I feel like they just did the storyline. Like they just had Finn Balor feuding with someone in the Judgment Day and Damien Priest. And the reason they were feuding is because Damien Priest kind of took that leadership role and Finn Balor's like, hey, bro, this ain't that type of thing. This ain't that type of thing. We don't do that here in the Judgment Day. No one's a leader. And then boom, 3 months later, Finn Balor's acting like the fucking leader. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Then we get a little Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins brawl. But before that happens, Bronson Reed comes out and he's talking. He's coming to the ring. He's coming angry. And he cuts a pretty good promo. You're a visionary. You're a revolutionary. Well, get out here. I'm going to beat your. And then you get Seth coming out with this little dancing in the mic and he just drops it, charges straight at the ring, and they just start brawling. And it is good every time. Just like with Braun Strowman. It's good every time. I love it. I love Bronson Reed. He's probably one of my favorite coming up right now. Honestly, he's gonna be good. I would love to see him, Bronson Reed versus Braun Breaker after Braun Breaker seemingly gets done with Sheamus, and then we get Bronson Reed who's finally done with Seth frickin' Rollins, and they're gonna fight I mean, they're fighting right now, so if you want to go look it up, you can. But they're fighting next Monday night on Raw because Seth Rollins asked Adam Pearce for the match. So we'll see how that goes. Still up in the air. I think Seth wins again, and then Bronson Reed just kind of moves on, hopefully to Braun Breaker. That's all I'm saying. Braun Breaker, speaking of that motherfucker, he was in the Speed Challenge. I know a lot of y'all casual fans probably don't watch it, but it's on Twitter, X, every Wednesday, and he was in it with Sheamus, and their match was a draw. It went 3 minutes, no winner. You got to have a winner within 3 minutes or it's a draw. And then we get motherfucking a little, they kind of weren't done in the ring. Then we get a little backstage. Finally, Braun Breaker's back on TV after winning the Intercontinental Championship back. It was like he won it back and then he was gone off TV for 2-3 weeks. It's just like, why the fuck would you make him the Intercontinental Champion if you're taking him off TV? It made no sense, but now he's back. It seems to be a little rivalry with Sheamus. It's a pretty good rivalry because Sheamus hasn't won the Intercontinental Championship yet. He needs that belt to become the Intercontinental Champion and a Grand Slam champion. So we'll see. I don't think he does get it done at all. Not even close, especially on a pre-recorded episode. But we'll see. We'll see where this goes. Do we get 3 matches, 1 match? Is it one and done? Is it a good match? I think it's going to be a good banger match. Banger after banger after banger. So we'll see. Then we get a little backstage between The Miz and Final Testament. You got my boy Karrion Kross, who I think deserves more screen time, as well as, my boy Austin Theory. Those are my two that deserve way more time on TV than they're getting. And they're kind of doing it for both of them, I feel like. But Miz comes out. They're kind of taking Miz to the ring. They're going to mess him up. Where are the Wyatt Six? Where are the Wyatt Six? Lights go out. Wyatt Six is on the ring apron. They come in. They start brawling. It's a 4-on-5 situation because the Miz kind of rolled out. And then, boom, here comes the Miz, the ultimate heel, with a motherfucking chair, smashing it on Rowan, But then you got Bo Dallas. He's laughing the whole time. He loves laughing when he gets his ass beat. But Final Testament gets the upper hand on this one. It's pretty good. I thought, this honestly could be a War Games match. So I don't think they would do 3 War Games matches at War Games, but I could see it happening. Like, if it wasn't for the Bloodline versus Bloodline, this might be, I don't think they would do it with mid-carders, I guess, but I don't know if Miz is a mid-carder, but he kind of is right now, even though he's a 2-time Grand Slam champion. But it's going to be interesting to see where the storyline goes. Do they wrestle at Survivor Series and maybe just a different style match than War Games? But we'll see. Maybe like a Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, and then Scarlett versus Karrion Kross. I don't know. We could see it. A little mixed tag action. I don't know. What do y'all think happens? Where do y'all think the future is with Wyatt Six in the Final Testament? But then we get to the main event, and it's definitely the rushed main event because I was looking at the time. I was like, man, they got 13 minutes with another commercial in this match. It's not going to be as good as it could be. And it just feels like, I'm glad we're going to talk about it more on Thursday, but Raw and Netflix are going to 3 hours come January, which I'm super pumped for because I feel like they didn't need to add any more segments to this show on Raw. I just feel like with 3 hours, they could have told a better story with all these stories on Raw. You could have had a match go 5 minutes long, a segment long. You know what I mean? So what do y'all think? Y'all ready for that 3 hours, or y'all like the 2 hours and go to bed at 10 instead of 11 on the East Coast? But Jade, Bianca, Liv, and Raquel, there's some good spots. This is my other down just because of how short it was. I just don't I don't think Raquel's talked at all since being back this time. She was always the super, super chipper, happy one. And now she's not. So she just doesn't talk. She's like the enforcer. So, but this match, I think, was just there to set up Women's War Games. Right now, it seems like the teams are going to be Liv and Raquel with Tiffany, Nia, and Candice LeRae. That's what I think it's going to be. I think I'm pretty solid on that one. And then we get Jade, Bianca, Naomi, Io Sky, because she came out and wrecked motherfucking shop at the end. And then I'm guessing they'll just throw either, I'm assuming Kairi Sane in it, but it could be Dakota Kai. But I think it'll be Kairi Sane. But what do y'all think about that women's War Game match compared to the men's War Game match? I'm assuming the women's War Game match will probably lead off the show. Obviously, you're going to end with Bloodline this time since you started with Bloodline at Crown Jewel. But overall, this was a great Raw. I'm pissed next week is pre-recorded. I'm probably going to end up fucking figuring out everything that happens, regardless if I try to avoid it or not. But it's been a pleasure, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all want to talk shit, y'all can come on the show. I'll gladly ask you to be on this motherfucker. You want to talk shit? We can talk wrestling. Let's go. I got you. 404 Heels, baby. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.